Hey guys, how the frig's it going today? Well, she's not in there now because I literally just got home from work. I'm about to sneeze, but notice how there's no more catnip anywhere? Somebody likes their cat tree. Sometimes I can get her to climb it. Come on, Skivinz, come. Up. Come on. Come. Up. There she goes. She's still not sure how to do things. Up here. Or she just wants pets. She missed me today. But yeah, she's figured it out. She doesn't know quite how to get down, so she tends to, well, she's doing it now. She usually just launches from like here down to the floor like that. Just like that. Just like that. I also discovered that she likes her fish. Which fish? Well, the fish on the last video, because now it's back over here. This morning it was over here, and on the weekend I found it in the living room / gym. So she really likes her fish, and that makes me happy. So that's 2 out of 2 things that I got her that she enjoys. Also right now, guys, I have the camera hooked up to a GoPro Quick Connect plugged into my homemade little 3D printed GoPro mount that's attached to a tripod. Well, it's actually attached to my battery powered tripod. And I'm using a different mic today. I got this Rode Wannabe, I don't know what to call it. Excuse me, cat. Excuse me. She's not gonna let me go outside, is she? It doesn't matter what she wants. I'm gonna do it anyway. I can already see the comment after I say this next scene. But got home and then blasted the lawn right away just to get it out of the way because it was dry and it didn't bung up the lawnmower as much. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I came out here at like 4 o'clock, started walking on it, and my feet were getting wet. Like the front of my Crocs were getting wet. And when that happens, it's like you mow it, it bungs up underneath, you're constantly clearing the friggin' deck. Just no bueno, no bueno. Today the sun's been beating down on it all freaking day. It wasn't wet except for the shaded areas here. They kind of bunged it up a bit, but the moment I got into the sun, it was spraying grass like it should, so that's a good sign. And yeah, next to no sticking to the bottom of the deck, which is great. Now as for my cat friend, the one that's been hanging around the property, I haven't seen her on the property since the weekend when I made that video. Like when I walked up to her and she ran away, I haven't seen her back on the property since then, so maybe she frigged off and had her kittens, unless she's in this friggin' thing. Are we clear? There are kittens in my kayak. It's like 7,000 degrees in here right now, guys. Holy, I'm not even exaggerating. No wonder why these raspberry bushes are pushing through. Really killed my lawn in here, that's for sure. Right on. Maybe I should just take this tent and put it over areas I don't want to grow anymore and just kill off the vegetation. That might be a good idea. Still got to work on that boat. But honestly, I'm at a point now where I might just say screw it. Not invest any more money into it, list it, get rid of it, put the money in my bank. I saw comments where people were saying, hey Adam, sell the boat and buy a pop-up trailer. I really don't need a pop-up trailer. I have no use for a pop-up trailer. My brother has one, and every year he's got to invest money into it because things keep breaking on it. He didn't buy it new, mind you, he bought it used, but obviously $2,500, $3,000, you ain't buying a new one. Not up here in Canada, that's for sure. $3,000, you're getting a used one, and you could get an amazing product, or you could get something that's a complete pile of shit, and you end up dumping another $3,000 into it just to make it work right. No thanks, I'll pass. Like I said, throw a mattress in the back of the truck, got my Jenny, I got some cooking stuff, cook right on the tailgate, go that way. And that's the other thing is I was debating on what to do about the truck. Like for camping, do I put the cot in there and then sleep on the cot, which is comfortable but can be uncomfortable. As far as laying on it for a long duration of time, not too bad, but what sucks is if you drive your arm into the edge, there's a strong bar there, putting your arm on that for a long period of time cuts off blood, you lose activity to your hand. Welcome to the stranger. The other thing that sucks about it is if you put any limb on it, it hurts after a while. It's fine for a short amount of time, but after a while it digs in and it sucks. But just throwing my 4-inch mattress on the floor of the thing and laying on that. The problem is it's going to consume what, 6x8 or 6x6, sorry, of the truck, whatever the size of a full-size bed is. That's what my mattress is. It's a full-size mattress. I could cut it down and make it smaller, but and the other problem is you're laying right on the ground, right? You're not elevated off the truck bed. You're only 4 inches off the truck bed. Now I thought about cutting it in half and stacking it, and then wrapping it in fabric, stitching it, and making it like an actual clothed mattress. Maybe use some sort of like a stain guard material from Fabric Land. I don't know how I'd stitch it. I'm a shit sewing guy, but I got friends who stitch, so might be able to reach out to them to make a cover with a zipper, and then I can just attach it or throw the foam in it, zip it up, and then if the mattress cover gets dirty, I can just take the foam out, clean it, put the foam back in, and if the foam itself gets wrecked, just go to Canadian Tire, buy another foam. I'm good to go. And then I would have an 8-inch mattress to lay on, which would be 8 inches off the ground, which is close to what the cot is, and it would be all solid padding, so it would be really, really comfy. Like I say, there are options, there are ideas, but the main thing is I don't want to do like these truck campers out there where they build these permanent structures in their trucks with drawer systems and beds and a shelf and I want to be able to take all the shit out of my truck and use it as a truck. If I'm just going on a day run for a kayak, I don't want to have to be like driving my kayak on top of my bed. I want to be able to take it all out, put it in the garage for the time being, load shit in there, like if I need to go to Home Depot to pick up whatever, like 2x4s or plywood. I want an easy way to turn the truck back into a truck, get what I need and go. And I can just use storage totes for things like put all my cooking stuff in one storage tote, put all my clothing in a freaking suitcase and bring that with me. Anything else I usually leave in the truck, like axes and my saw and all that, that's all loaded in the truck. I always take that with me. I was thinking about that, and I get through the reading the comments, and there's one guy on there who made the comment that every time I mow the yard I should clean my house. And you're right, my house is a sty. Like, I haven't been in the right mental state lately to even care about my house, and I'm finally coming back to normal. I get these moments where I'm, moments of depression, but I come out of it. My main thing is, see, I used to wake up every day and work out, and then when Oreo started getting sick back in March, I started getting upset and not working out. I started eating bad foods. You guys probably noticed that the gut sticks out further than it should. And that's because somebody over here decided to jump back on the carb wagon. Why? Because let me tell you, nothing releases dopamines like bad food. You guessed it. You eat shitty food, fast food, donuts, just junk food. High calorie, low dense food. And you get dopamine released and you get a level of happy. You also get dopamine release when you lift weights, which is why on days when I do work out and then go to work, I'm in a better mood than on days when I don't. But I need to get back into a routine where I wake up and I lift and I eat good and I quit screwing around with the dirty foods. And now's that time. But these past 6 months, just no, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good at all. The amount of people that I see online who are also losing pets this year, it's not helping the cause. And then you get the Facebook memories that pop up of like a picture of Oreo from 11 years ago where he's like barking at the air compressor. That was the one from today. I had an air compressor in the garage and it was turned on and he came over and he started barking at it. I guess he wanted it to shut up, I don't know. But he was like losing his shit on this air compressor. I saw that and I got a little bit of a sad going on, and it's like, which is why I'll never get another dog again. And when Scampers goes, probably never. I'll probably get another cat. Cats are a little easier to deal with, but even that'll be a sad day, because like I've had her since I found her, and this is the only home she's known. I'm pretty much same with Oreo. This is the only home he's known. For 15 years he lived here. So, but I'm happy she likes her little, whatever you call those, cat towers, cat castles. She's a big fan. I'll like wake up at night at like midnight and have to go for a piss and go downstairs, and she'll be on the top on the padded part sleeping, and she'll just look at me and meow right in my ear because she's at the perfect height for that. So I don't need her in my bed to do it. I just got to walk by her and she'll let me know. But as far as getting another cat goes, no. I don't want to introduce Scampers to another cat and go through all that stress. I'm done with that. So I did talk about renewing my passport, having to renew my passport. And I did a little digging on that to find out what the process is. So if any of you guys out there let your passport expire, apparently if the expiry date, which in my case is 2016, I have until 2031 to renew my passport. This is good news. This means I don't have to go through all the bullshit I went through to get the passport, like have friends sign off for me and say that I'm a good guy and all that bullshit. I just got to fill out the renewal process and send them whatever information they need, or drive down to Brampton and go to the passport office. I think it's in Brampton. Could be in Ottawa now. I don't know. But I just got to go to the right passport office and I can get her done same day. They can just print me off a new one and I'm good to go. And that means that if I want to do a trip to Mexico next spring, I know Rex is trying to convince me to go to Las Vegas, but I don't even gamble. We have a casino in town and I haven't even stepped foot in that thing. I have no will or want to gamble. I like to keep my money. Literally, when you gamble at a casino, you're just giving your money to the town. I might as well do that through like going to a store and buying stuff locally versus just giving it away. Yeah, some people do win big at casinos, like, 5%, but the other 95% lose their houses, marriages, lives, There's a reason why gambling has become an addiction. And I've actually seen this addiction live. Go to the corner store, buy some gas for the car, and go get some Monster Energy drinks, and I'm sitting there and this lady's at the counter buying those stupid Snap tickets. I don't even know what the hell they are. I think they're just called Snap tickets. And you got to open them in the store because if you win, you got to redeem them at the store. So she buys like $5 worth, and before she even goes any further, she looks at me and she goes, "Are you buying any of those?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Okay, good." And I didn't clue in. It's because if I was buying more, she would have bought more before I got a chance, just in case my luck was better and I got the winning ticket. And then Buddy ended up pulling out $6 instead of $5 worth. So he put down $5 worth, and she's like, wait. How many more you got there? And she's like, he's like, I got 2 left. And she's like, okay, 1 second. She pulls out a toonie and buys the other 2. They're $1 a shot, right? And I literally paid for my Monster. She came up empty-handed, and she literally bought another $20 more. I have no idea how long she's been in there buying Snap tickets, but it's an addiction. It's bad. Like, I even watch them when I watch people play Rust. Like, mind you, they're gambling with virtual money, the scrap, the currency in Rust. But you see them go, and one more hand. I'll get them next hand. Then they run out and they just completely flub the game and lose all their scrap. And then they're begging people for scrap so they can get back in there. And then they lose that, and then they're freaking out. And it's like, wow, I'd hate to see these people in a real casino because ouch time. But no, again, gambling's never been my thing. Like, I've done the TV bingo a couple times in the past with a friend. I've done the getting scratch tickets on your birthday, scratch them, whatever. But I've never let that addiction sit in. I have been to one casino in my life, and that was at a bachelor party for my buddy's brother. We went to Hull, Quebec, just outside of Ottawa. And there's a casino there. I literally walked in with 20 bucks, played the slot machine, won 80 bucks, and stopped. Where another guy that was with us literally walked in, went broke, and started opening a second mortgage and lost that too. So it's like, know your limit. But some people can't because they're addicted. They love the rush. Well, ooh, next hand could be the winner. Next hand could be the next pull of the one arm bandit could be the winner. The next ball roll, I could get it when I'm playing roulette, you know? And that's a problem. But that's how these places prey on their victims, right? So yeah. But another comment I wanted to talk about was somebody mentioned it's time to peel up the green carpet going up the stairs. There's 2 reasons why I will not do that. Number 1, guys, I live in a functional, not aesthetic life. If it works, don't fix it. I don't care how things look. I really don't, which is why when I get my bathroom redone, I'm not going super fancy pants. I'm not going all out. I'm not buying no solid oak freaking countertops with like double sinks and a huge mirror and a toilet made of 24 karat gold and all this bullshit. No, I'm going for like a high-rise toilet that can flush, a countertop that's cheap but functional, somewhere to put my towels and other shit, and a tub with a shower insert. Basic bitch bottom, done. Nothing fancy. No jacuzzi tubs and other bullshit I don't need. It's like, I had a friend who was like, wow, you know, you make more money than all of us combined. Why do you live in such a small house? And I'm like, because it works. It works for me. It's like 900, this house is only 900 square feet, okay? She's small. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. Small, small, small. I'm by myself. I bought this house in 2006. It was $100,000. For some reason now it's appraised at $425,000, mainly because of the lot. Theoretically, this lot here goes from that fence line to the fence line you can't see because there's a bunch of shit in the way of trees. It's from here down, just past the hedges is still my property, is 140 feet deep and 160 feet wide. Theoretically, this is 2 zones. I own 2 properties because this was a legacy house that was put here, and Buddy sold the land to a developer, and they made these duplexes over here, and just put a basic house here because there was a trail back here which turned into a road and became a court later on. So they built a house there. This house was standing, and then it got add-ons added onto it, and then these were all development corporations building duplexes. This used to be all farmland. And there was a video back in the day where I dug up the tree stump that was over here. The hole is still sort of there. You can't probably see it on camera, but take it easy, Chippy. It was right where I'm standing here. This hole right here. Oh no, sorry, it's right here. This area right here. There used to be a tree stump there, and I dug it up. And part of that digging up, I actually pulled up a freaking horseshoe. And I kept the horseshoe. And then I talked to my neighbor about it and said, hey, look what I found. And I showed him. The horseshoe. Oh, piss, where did it go? I hate when I tell a story and then I can't find what the hell I'm looking for. Where did I put that damn thing? It was up here. Oh yeah, it's right here. So I found this horseshoe. She's pretty crusty. She's been underground for a while. Pure iron. Lean it up against the window for now. But yeah, I found that horseshoe in the ground. And I found other broken horseshoes in the ground. Didn't find any bones or anything like cattle heads or femurs or anything, but I found that horseshoe. And that's when I was told that this used to be a farmhouse back in the day, and that there was a pool. Anybody who's been with the channel for a while knows this story, but there was a pool right here, and this pool was filled in because the original owner of the house woke up one day to find his daughters floating in the pool dead. So story has it he buried the pool, and then 5 years later he committed suicide because he just couldn't deal with it anymore. So there is a pool down there, an underground pool. I don't know if it's concrete, I don't know if it was just like they dug a hole and stuck one of those prefabs down or what, but if I had an excavator, I'm sure we could find it, wreck my lawn and locate it. But yeah, there's a pool down there. I don't even know if the camera picks up dip. It might. But like, it would start right here where the dip is, and they filled it in. Yeah. I was told that story by the old lady who lived next door in that house, and she, the one day I was mowing my lawn, and she comes out and she's like, "You look hot. Do you want some? I just made some lemonade. Do you want some lemonade?" And I'm like, "Sure, like homemade lemonade. Who says no to that, right? Friggin' shit's delicious." So I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'll take some lemonade." So she brings me out a glass of lemonade. She starts talking. She's like, "So do you find it hard to mow where the pool was?" I'm like, "Pool?" And then she tells me the story about the pool and how every 5 years, and anybody who's been watching my videos, you've seen the weird shit happening around the house. It's kind of quieted down lately, but maybe they're giving me time because of Oreo's passing. I don't know. But during the times when I haven't been vlogging, there has been weird shit in the house. So, like just doors opening and stuff on their own. But you've seen that on the videos. You've seen some whack shit on the videos. You've seen there was a music box I found in the wall when Dad and I redid the living room, and I showed my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, "Look at this music box." And she's like, "Does it still work?" And I'm like, "You know what? I never tried." And when I turned it on, it just played music. When I edited the video, the microphone on my old Panasonic camcorders, it picked up girls laughing in the background, which scared the shit out of me. I was like, I had my headphones on, I'm editing, and all of a sudden I'm just like, and I could hear Erin in the background, like, "Are you all right? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Holy shit." She's like, "What?" And I'm like, you got to hear this." So unplugged my headphones from the computer and rewrote the sound of the speakers, back up the editing. I'm like, "You remember that music box?" She's like, "Yeah, that was pretty creepy." I said, "Okay, brace yourself." I hit play and she hears the girls and she's like, "What the?" And I'm like, "I know." She's like, "I don't want to live here anymore." And I'm like, "Well, I do." And like there was other things that kind of creeped her out. Like even when I was dating Nikki, this is why I liked having Oreo here, because Oreo knew, like if I had a campfire and I had friends over and somebody was going to the bathroom, Oreo would follow them. Not because he's curious what they're doing, it's because he knew that if shit hit the fan, come and get me. Make a lot of noise if you can't get to me. Just go nuts, because I will come to you. And I knew that. So the one night when Nikki was staying here, she got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And while she was downstairs in the bathroom, Oreo followed her down. He didn't act up, but she could hear the girls laughing. So like they're showing themselves to her. So yeah, this house is haunted as frick. But I don't want to put that. I don't want to put the haunted stuff on YouTube, because like, look at how many people out there fake it. And I don't want to be one of those guys that, "Oh, you're just faking it, you're just faking it." So like when something stupid happens in a scene where like I'm doing cooking with a hobo and a cabinet door which the cat can't reach just magically opens, rather than going over and just shutting it and carrying on, I cut the scene and restart. Or I just be like, "Oh, I forgot to hit record on that part," just so I don't have to have it in there. But no, like every 5 years, new owners. And I looked at the buyer's history, and it's to the date, every 5 years. And in 2006, when I bought this house, Buddy wanted $130 for it, 130 bucks, 130,000, sorry, 130 bucks. Yeah, it's sold. Here you go. Buy yourself a carton of smokes. But no, he wanted 130K, And we looked through the house and all that, and we're like, well, you know, there's like aluminum wiring in here that's going to need to be pulled because the insurance won't insure aluminum wiring. But it turns out they were just going to the baseboards, and other than that, it was fine. The roof was recently done back then, so not a big deal there. So I told I've never bought a house, so I'm like asking the real estate guy, I'm like, do you think it'd be like an insult if I went as low as 100K? And he's like, no. He goes, that's what you do. He goes, you say 100K, because, and then he comes back with 115, and then you can agree or say 110, and then he might come back with 112, or just say 115 final offer, and then you say sold or not sold. So I was like, all right, go back to him with 100K. So he went back to him with 100K, and I shit you not even 35 minutes later, my phone's blowing up at work. And he's like, sold. I'm like, what? And he's like, it's sold, it's yours. He goes, you can have it for 100K. I'm like, you're kidding me. He's like, no. He's like, he didn't even hesitate. I told him the offer and he went done. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Like, now I'm thinking, like, okay, what did we miss during the inspection? No, it's because it was on his 5-year mark, and shit started happening in the house, I guess, and it was spooking him. So he wanted to get the frig out of Dodge. So had the realtor come over, sign the papers. August 1st, I took over ownership, moved in. And then around September, October 2011, that's when shit started getting weird in the house. That stuff never fazed me. Never bothered me one bit. Anyway, guys, this is a friggin' long ass video. I gave you guys story times with Skivinz. I've never done that before. Or have I? I probably have. I don't know. So yeah, I'm all about functional, not aesthetics. That green carpet's functional, and I'm scared to shit what I'm going to see when I pull that up, so we'll just leave it where it is for now and enjoy it for what it is. Besides, I kind of bolted the cat tree to it, and I don't feel like unscrewing those screws, even though it would only take me like 5 seconds. But I'm using that for an excuse not to replace the green carpet, so sweet. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Story time with Skivinz. If you did, like button, questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. Until next time, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.